Went to Wolverhampton. Difficult place to go, because even when we were good we didn't win there. But now we're bottom of the league, and Harry's twitching like he doesn't fancy us anymore. Besides, you can't trust Wolves as a team, or as a species. They feed their young by vomiting into their mouths, they dress up in sheep's clothing, and they try and blow pigs' houses down. And that's just George Elokobi. Meet Tim at the station where the cheap trains go from, because we can't be asked to spend 43 quid on train tickets when we've already got a goal difference of minus 600. We've got a few minutes before the train leaves, so Tim buys some Marks & Spencer's lager and heads into the gift shop, because nothing says welcome to Tottenham to a striker you used to hate like a card with a puppy on it. While we're in there, we get one for Harry as well. Briefly consider getting Scott Parker some flowers, but find out the stall has a you touch it, you buy it policy, which is apparently how we got Stoke to pay 20 million for Palacios and Crouch. Get on a train which claims not to be in service, even though it's crawling towards the Midlands at 5 miles an hour. Drink lager, read Redknapp's excuses for a game that we won't lose for another 4 hours yet, and write in Adebayor's card. Change trains in Birmingham, and stop to admire the recent improvements to the city centre, or as we in London call them, riots. Drink more lager, argue about who was allowed to compete in the Rouse Cup in the 1980s, and arrive in Wolverhampton a few hours before kick-off. Head into town centre, and wonder if it really takes 4 coppers to guard one comatose pisshead. All I know is that if Pavlyuchenko doesn't get up soon, he's going to miss the kick-off. Wolverhampton's got all the things you could want from a city centre. Statues of men on horses, takeaways run by people who can't spell, and a shit regional theatre featuring ex-members of Steps in a play about line dancing. Wander around looking for a decent pub, but none are letting away fans in. Luckily we bump into Sam and James, 2 Wolves fans who recognise Tim from off the internet and that. And they promise to take us to a cracking little bar where Londoners are welcome, which sounds brilliant but which turns out to be a fucking walkabout. Wait for ages to get served, and then worry that our drinks have been spiked, because well, I know I've already made a joke about Pavlyuchenko, but look at this guy. Look at him. I swear to God, the only difference between the two of them is that this bloke's good at football. Leave the pub and follow a few fans who we assume are going to the ground, but who totally aren't. Get lost and only find it when we turn a corner and see this bloody great orange thing on the horizon. Molineux's nothing if not unique, because it's got a barber shop in the main stand, which has a dress code on match days, and a building site where a stand should be. And even though it's not finished, they're still letting people into it. Resist the food stalls, mainly because I don't want roast pork and candy floss, and head into the stand. Quickly wolf down a pasty and laugh at Tim, who stupidly ordered a pie that appears to have been cooked in the flames of hell. Place a cheeky bet and take our seats just in time for kick-off. Get pissed off when we realise that Harry's put Bale on the right and Crancher on the left, which is like one of those stupid things your girlfriend starts doing to let you know that she doesn't want to go out with you anymore, like using your razor to shave her legs or whatever, even though she knows it annoys you, and even though you told her to buy her own and she won't, which is stupid because she... Anyway, you get the idea. We start brightly, except Crancher and rat-faced Judas Scarecrow Boy, who wander around like a couple of old ladies who got left behind by the Variety Club bus. Scott Parker puts himself about, Crancher and Adebayor conspire to miss a sitter, and Wolves nearly knock their broken-arse stand down with a couple of wayward headers. The whistle goes for half-time, and Tim starts a song that goes, "Your ground's a fire risk." Briefly wonder what those big empty screens are for, and why all the Wolves substitutes look the same. The second half kicks off and we create nothing. A plastic bag blows onto the pitch, and within a couple of minutes it's already covered more ground than Modric. Stephen Hunt comes on and runs around being a wanker for a couple of minutes, which is just the jolt we need because Parker plays in Adebayor and we're 1 up. We finally start to play, and even though he doesn't really deserve it, we sing songs about Jamie O'Hara and the things that his wife did with Jermaine Defoe. Inspired by memories of the last time he actually scored, JD fires in a second. We start to enjoy ourselves. The Wolves fans head off, and this bloke even gives us a wave, even though we called him a fat bastard. The game ends and I realise that 2 of my bets have come in, although so has the bookie, who's down shutters and fucked off to Brazil. We head back to the station and Tim asks if we can go through the underpass with all the Wolves fans, and I agree, but only if he doesn't sing any Spurs songs. Needless to say, he fucks me over. Oh, Harry Redknapp, you cheeky minx. You talk bollocks in the press, you play players out of position, and you constantly undermine a chairman who does his best for the club. But oh, look at your little face. How can we stay mad at you? It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it?